Make learning visible. That's really what I'm trying to focus on. I've tried to take lessons that are just in the book and make them come alive for the students, make them move, make them get up, make them, just taking histograms and making them outside and showing data of heights of students with the actual students and their actual heights on the number line. So that's kind of where we're at, taking these things and taking them and making their understanding visible. I've been trying to use more group projects, trying to get them up, moving around, and fully implementing everything in the curriculum, as well as looking for ways to bring things out of the workbook and make it more real for the students. And not necessarily that it's real life application, but just that it's making it real for the students by making it visible. We got our Chromebooks after about a month, and so I decided to implement quick fires to help with one of the dilemmas that I had in terms of the difference in level of understanding of technology. And so we've used quick fires for Google Classroom to help them start to kind of get used to using that. And then another way that I tried to address that dilemma was by having the Apple Store field trips. So that went really well. The first trip was storyboarding, where the students came up with their stories for their movies. Then the next field trip addressed, well, then also with the first field trip there was they also did GarageBand. So they made their own movies, or made their own music. And then they filmed in the store, and then the final field trip that they had, the third one, was actually putting together the movie with GarageBand and their acting and all the clips that they filmed. And then finally, we all got to go to the Apple Store, all of the sixth graders, and they showcased the movies, showed all of them, and it was a great time. And it's it's right on the corner of North and Halstead, so a lot of people, a lot of visibility, but they did a great job and really enjoyed it. So can't thank the Apple team enough for all the help that they gave us. One of the major things that I did to try to make their understanding visible was a quick fire called Potent Potions, where they got a certain amount of juices and pop and candy, and they had to come up with a ratio of the juices to the candy, and even garlic salt was used in a couple of them, or cinnamon, or different spices in some of them. So they created a ratio using tablespoons, and then they recreated that ratio with cups. And so trying to make that connection between ratios, and then also that they kept their ratios the same. So hopefully through that activity and through that project, we can build off of that as we continue to try to build on their ratio understanding. They had a great time, and I was extremely concerned about how it would go in terms of having enough juice, having enough of all the different kinds, time, and just mess. You could think about it, I was worried about it, but they did a great job. They cleaned up. Each class did an amazing job of staying focused, staying on task, but having fun and really enjoying it. There's a lot of smiles, a lot of laughter. And so I'm hoping to continue to build off of this understanding as we go through the year. And I'm finding that I really am focusing a lot on ratio as I look to the future in terms of making student understanding visible. I taught 7th grade, and I know that the ratio in terms of slope is something that they really need to understand. And so I'm looking at how I can implement that further. Thank you.